Oh, hello! Thank you for allowing us into your ear tubes for episode 23. Fun fact, 23 is the lowest prime number that consists of consecutive digits, and we are here to give you yet another prime episode of the Adventures in Novus podcast. Remember, all our social stuff, including the X-Twit, is in the notes. We welcome any and every comment, and let's just jump into it with a recap from Baelthor, our newest PC.
All right. Dusk on the 8th day of the Gosrin month, 300 a.m. I needed to put this down in ink, as the last couple of days have been quite different. Majarathai and I found ourselves allied with the strangest group of people. There is Will, the heavily armored ex-Calamian soldier, a mere baby in our eyes. This soldier turned mercenary claims to have separated from the nation of Calam, yet he still holds their all-mother in high regard. Strange indeed. Then there is that snake oil salesman supreme Brother Ripov, a self-proclaimed healer and prophet of Okrima. He heals and steals, taking every opportunity to swindle donations from anyone and everyone to his seemingly money-hungry god.
It's a motivational fee, all right?
He's got you nailed.
I am not sure as to the validity of his deity, although his nighttime conversation with what sounded like an extraplanar entity on our first night is hard to argue with. Finally, the most contentious companion, Saltok, is a strong and passionate hobgoblin who reluctantly follows and often ignores Brother Ripov, acting as his disciple and bodyguard. Although I do not trust these lesser races by default, his actions have made him, surprisingly, the most trustworthy companion for me. Calistria herself seems to be guiding us, and we came upon a slaughtered caravan of halflings. Having found and saved their human transporter Clark, we ventured towards a farm owned by a sympathetic human named Gregor and his large family. We slept the night, hearing Okrima speak to Brother Ripov, and then ventured further on horseback towards the Valley of the Lost. We were told that Calam was heading for the refuge of those persecuted by the xenophobic nation, so that was our collective top priority. Calistria herself, the patron of our Mindweaver clan and goddess supreme, sent a small wasp, her sacred animal, to me not minutes before. Speaking words pulled from the depths of my memory, I know we must follow it, for Calistria needs me and us to find something close by. I will record more once I have more information. It seems as though this wasp is desperate for me to follow. Fate twists and turns like a mountain path. Signed, Baelthor Mindweaver, first of his name, servant of Calistria.
Nice. And the wasp takes flight, flies 5 feet to the north, and hovers around, waiting for you. What do you do?
He'll turn to his companions and say to them, Calistria is calling. We must follow. Come. It's urgent.
Baelthor, can't you see we're having a bit of a discussion here? His god is trying to say his god's the one providing everything here, and it's just factually incorrect.
And then Will turns his back to Baelthor and goes back to bickering with Skeeter.
Factually incorrect, sir. Well, that is just a downright lie. And you know who else is a liar? The devil. Are you in league with him, sir? Are you in league with Beelzebub?
I absolutely not. I'm much more of a follower of the All-Mother, of course, and there is no devil in this pantheon there. I don't worship these false gods either.
What about Beelzebub?
Perhaps Asmodeus? Lucifer?
And we kind of continue our discussion as such.
So as you guys are bickering, Saltok, you notice that Baelthor is mesmerized by this wasp, and he's trying to get your attention.
Saltok has heard all this, and he rises from his sitting position, looks right at Baelthor. He's felt that something was coming, sort of a direction for them all, and he's going to unsheath his sword and just start walking over towards Baelthor, ready to follow and just not even paying any mind to these fools.
I guess we have time to follow this wasp. The horses will be fine.
It's a warning. We must follow it.
Okay, I guess the three of us will go.
No, I feel Okrima communicating to us through this wasp. I think it's perfectly safe that we should follow it and that Okraba is guiding us.
But it's not Okrama, is it? He's just talked to us about it being Calistria. Are you not listening to any of us?
Everything is Okraba.
Frankly, it doesn't matter. Just follow.
Sorry. Yeah, if they get a little further ahead, like I see that they're getting, let's say 30, 40 feet ahead or something like that. I'm like, just forget it, okay? And I go on to join them.
Yeah.
Well, they do go 30, 40 feet away.
And Maggie will follow, of course.
Yes.
Not going to stay behind with
He's
these.
going to stop staring at Brother Ripov and follow his master.
Yeah.
Her master.
Yeah.
What? Baelthor's a girl?
No.
Then why'd you say her master?
Maggie.
Because Maggie's the girl.
She's not Baelthor's master. It's his master. But Maggie's master is Baelthor.
Yeah.
His.
No.
Or her master.
master.
There you go.
English. Hey. Got you, bro.
Devil's got his tongue, folks.
It's okay. I mean, honestly, like,
No, I don't.
she,
No, otherwise he won't remember.
he calls her she, but there's nothing about her that would indicate that she's a she or a he. It's
Sure.
just like this
And
thing.
if we're being proper,
Yeah.
it's just they anyway.
So it's just
It's for everybody. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
she's
new
like
age.
She's like a Barbie doll. There's just nothing really down there.
Yeah, more Kenny, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ken doll for sure. Yeah. A Ken doll with spikes and pus.
Okay.
What did you play with as a kid?
What kind of toys did you get?
That's absolutely
Did Brother Ripov sell you your toys? Okay. So Maddie follows his master. God damn it. Nick, you're beautiful.
It's the
Thanks for-
alligator and the crocodile
Yeah.
all over again.
And if we don't correct it right away, then it's just going to continue to be, and then it'll be even harder to change.
I'm on the spectrum. So
Aren't we all?
Maddie follows her master, and Saltok, Clark, Baelthor, and Maddie make their way 30 to 40 feet following the wasp. And eventually, Will notices and follows along, and so does Brother Ripov, expecting another sign from Acroma. Or is he really? None of us know. So the wasp continues on, stops every once in a while, and circles around to make sure you're still following. And it's not long before you guys reach a boulder field. You guys aren't too far away from camp. It only took about 15-20 minutes to walk here. It lands on a boulder in the middle of the field, and it waits for you. Baelthor hears
Final destination.
the same haunting voice.
That doesn't sound good.
No?
No. It sounds fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound good for
It
us.
doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah. You get the sense that your god really wants you to go over there.
All right. Baelthor is a believer, but he's not an idiot. So he's going to send Maggie first. Go to the center. Make sure it's safe.
So Maggie goes first, squeezing through the odd boulder to get to the one in the middle of the field. And I'll need a perception check, and if she can do survival too, we can do a survival check.
She can.
Excellent.
Perception is 15. Survival is 9.
So with a 15 perception, Maggie noticed that this area smells kind of bad. A rotten egg mixed with poop kind of smell in this area, coming from the boulder that the wasp has landed on. With a survival, she doesn't really notice anything around.
And as we've determined, she can communicate this with me telepathically now.
Yeah, she doesn't have to walk back to you.
Because I can read rules.
Yeah.
Poop.
Baelthor will turn to his companions and just say, she can smell something of sulfur and poop
Well said.
coming from the rock. Do any of you know what this could be? Natural or unnatural?
I would like to use my knowledge nature to know what that might be.
Sure.
21.
With a 21, you know poop comes from animals, and that the smell of sulfur can come from rotten eggs.
Thank you, oh benevolent GM.
Oi.
Should I detect a magic? Maybe it's a stink cloud of some
How
kind.
far away are we from this boulder?
You guys are about 40 feet away, and Maggie's right next to it.
Oi, Clark, how far do those flying beasts come down?
Oh, they're very far away. The mountain, the Everburn looks big, but it's actually still quite far away.
Okay.
We've already passed the canyon, so
They don't hunt these lands.
no, we're quite safe as long as we stay in that cover at night.
Okay, good.
Baelthor will cast Detect Magic. It's a good idea.
So Baelthor detects magic all the way around in a 60-foot span, kind of turns around, checking the whole area, and you don't detect any magic.
There's no magic. Odd. I might as well get closer.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything I've heard of. I'm sure it's completely safe. As I said, I didn't find any tracks, so I'm sure it's safe, and I'll begin walking.
Yeah, so will Baelthor.
You could do your survival back at the camp would be different than the survival here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't come this far when you checked for anything.
Okay, fair enough. Then I'd like to roll a survival check on this new area.
Can I aid?
Yeah, pretty sure you can aid survival, no?
Just mine's not very high, so I thought I'd aid instead of roll my own. Nope.
14 or it's 15 for tracks. Rolling garbage.
It's because you don't believe in Okraba.
It's not that I don't believe in okra. You know what? Let's just drop this.
I'm just saying, my rolls have been pristine.
With a 15 survival, you notice that there's a disturbance in the land, but you can't really make out any tracks or what kind of tracks there are. But you do notice it's quite unnatural around the boulder.
Well, friends, something isn't right here, but let's go investigate. And I'll start heading up, and essentially with the idea of making a perception check as I get close and check it out. But I would definitely have to. I imagine I'd have to get there first. So that's the idea.
Yeah, you guys can all get around the boulder.
Yep.
And you've now joined Maggie. And what exactly are you doing?
Smells like shit over here. What the fuck?
It does.
It is odd to be drawn here. There must be something with this boulder. Maggie, touch the boulder.
So Maggie touches the boulder, and with little to no effort, the boulder rocks back and forth. Another waft of stench comes out through the ground into your nostrils.
Lift the boulder.
Maggie easily lifts the boulder without a strength check. What appears to be a boulder like the rest of them, it seems like she lifted that way too easily.
Smells like the devil took a big old dump in that hole.
It reveals a hole, and it does smell like the devil took a dump in that hole.
The devil's porta potty. Seen it before, folks.
How deep is the hole?
Phrasing.
You just want to toss something in there, so.
Oh no.
Does anyone have dark vision?
Saltok has 60 feet of dark vision.
Okay.
Will's Fey-like eyes have granted him a bit of extra vision. Not quite dark, but low light anyway. So it should be a little better than
Baelthor's low light too.
most.
Okay. 2 low lights, 1 dark. And does a chroma grant Lord?
My eyes are pitch black. What the fuck do you want from me? Jeez. You think I could just provide every miracle known to man?
Maggie has dark vision.
Okay, so Maggie has dark vision.
Can you cast light?
Can I cast light?
Of course I can cast light, you
Chroma has
non-believer.
granted me the power to cast anything with a small fee.
Yeah, I don't have enough money to cast light. Sorry.
If you ingrates gave me some gold, there would be light from a chroma.
No, there's too many non-believers here.
Can I borrow one of those flasks of yours?
Well, borrow? Yeah, these
Yes.
flasks are very high value, sir. Do you have 100 gold pieces?
Yes.
Oh,
but
well
not
then
for
by
you.
all means. Well, 100 gold pieces for a flask of miracle spring water is a bargain, sir.
Perhaps an empty one.
Do you want me to just give it for free? You know, usually, I like people to wear lipstick before they fuck me.
Oh wow.
So as Brother Ripov and Baelthor are talking quite loudly, Maggie and Saltok notice a stone staircase that goes down into a hallway, but you can't see where that hallway leads.
How far down is it from the level of the ground to the base where the door leads off?
You can see that the staircase goes 50 feet down before it reaches a floor.
We got stairs.
Do you want me to send her first? She can be very quiet.
Can she see in the dark?
Of course.
Yeah, okay, I'll follow close behind her then.
Okay, so he'll tell Maggie to go down there, stealthily.
So roll a stealth check for Maggie. And I'm assuming a stealth check for Saltok.
Saltok.
He's not very smart, so.
Will want to do the same, but be maybe 15 feet back from them.
Okay.
And also still trying to do it stealthily.
That's a 20.
I also got 20.
Brother Ripov is in the rear ranks. Am I stealthing? Do I need
You
to?
tell me what
Bill.
Brother Ripoff would do. Would he just let these people
I
go
lost-
into the
oh.
dark hole by themselves?
And for what it's worth, Will has 21 on his stealth.
Okay, perfect. So Maggie leads the way, Saltok in tow, and Will hangs back a little bit, but also follows. Clark is going to hang back. Baelthor is going to hang back. What does Brother Ripoff do?
Brother Ripov shall wait with bated breath to see what comes of this shithole of the devil.
So you guys make it to the bottom of the stairs. Maggie takes the lead, Saltok just behind, Will is 15 feet back. You reach the bottom of the stairs. 60 feet ahead, Maggie and Saltok, you see a long tunnel, 30 feet wide and 20 feet high. The ground is disgusting. It is full of sticks, twigs, and further on, you see bits of shiny metal around. On the walls, you see what you can only describe as hieroglyphs of some sort, but you do see writing with a muddy substance written on the walls. What languages do you guys speak?
Just common for Will.
I speak the ancient languages of the gods, sir. Not that anyone else will know it, so it doesn't matter.
Common and Elvish.
Common and Goblin.
So Maggie and Saltok, they don't recognize the languages that are on the walls. What do you do at the bottom of the stairs?
Is it like pitch black down here, or is there any light getting down?
To you, it is pitch black quite fast.
Okay.
But Saltok and Maggie, they see 60 feet ahead.
And sorry, so we get to a doorway, and then we look
It's not
down.
a doorway, it's a landing.
Okay, so yeah, and then on that landing, there's that big door.
It's like an opening.
30 feet down, right?
Yeah, you guys see 60 feet down. The ceilings are 20 feet high. The walls are 30 feet apart. There's strange writing on the walls, hieroglyphics, and the muddy substance on top, also in a language that you guys don't understand. And you are on the last step before walking on the floor. What do you do?
And you're saying 60 feet because that's just as far as they can see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saltok would be hesitant to step forward without proper investigation, so he's going to not make too much noise, but make his way back up to Will, tell him what he saw, and then go back up and talk to the group.
Okay. Oh, seems pretty ominous. I don't know if we should go in there.
Do you know this place?
I've never seen this place before, or any weird light boulders.
It's hidden,
What
which
about-
means it must have secrets.
What about your god? They're the ones that led us here.
That's correct.
So what are they telling you to do?
Is the wasp still around?
The wasp took off when the boulder was lifted.
Whatever Calistria wants us to find is down there.
My Okraba senses are tingling. There's gotta be treasure down in that hole.
There's a bunch of mud and sticks, really.
Did you dig through it?
I haven't been down beyond that.
You gotta get your hands dirty, Brother Saltok.
My hands are plenty dirty in the soil.
Don't be afraid to really reach in there and make sure you're feeling everything.
If this is the devil's butthole, I don't know if I want to be digging around too vigorously.
What does Maggie do in the devil's butthole?
Maggie just sort of stands there and stares. She, of course, is communicating all that she sees back up.
Let's get a perception check from
Sure.
Maggie.
Ooh, 19 on the die, so that is a 25.
25. So telepathically, Maggie relays to you that the air is colder and a little damp inside. Maggie also hears distant echoes of snoring in the distance. Maggie also notices, with a 25, she sees a very fine thread strung in between the walls 2 feet above the ground, and the thread runs along the wall deeper into the darkness. It's held onto the walls with some sort of sticky, muddy substance.
So like across and then down?
Like a tripwire.
Yeah. And
Some might
Baelthor,
call it a tripwire.
Baelthor will turn to his companions out of the blue, because none of you can hear me talking to Maggie. He'll just go, "There's a trap down there, and a creature snoring. Clearly something in there does not want us in there.
That means valuables.
Secrets.
It does seem worth checking out down there.
I'll hang out in the back, I think.
Certainly.
Keep this entrance safe."
I think we might be needing a bit of light down there. My eyes are better than most, but it's quite dark for even for me down there.
I can help, of course.
Do we not have torches? I believe I have got a basic kit. Does that not include torches? What kind of kit do I have?
You might. I have torches as well, but
Here. And he'll just sort of like his...
I'd prefer not to be carrying it. Perhaps one of you in the back could be using it, and
Yeah, well, he'll
be
just-
plenty for me to see.
Baelthor will just slam his quarterstaff with the little bauble on top, sort of on the ground, and as he slams it, like his staff is quite, it looks quite nice. It's nice polished wood. It's got like brass rings on it, and on the top it's got this little like green orb that just sort of sits up there. As he slams it on the ground, you can kind of see the orb just kind of like wobbles a little bit, and the brass rings kind of like wobble a little bit, like maybe they weren't put on so super nice. And then the top of it begins to glow as he casts light, the cantrip, on his staff.
So, with this information, can anyone disarm traps?
No.
No.
What are you looking at me for? Just send send the boy down.
Well, I can't really disarm any traps either. I can try.
Skeeter, I don't think that would be a wise decision to send a child to go through a trap that we know is there.
There's no reason to set the trap off. It's a wire. Just
Yeah.
step over it.
Agreed.
Exactly. That's what I was saying the whole time. You guys weren't fucking listening. I said go down there and, just get past it. Figure it out. You'll be fine. Just believe in Okrima. You're fine.
Okay.
The human mind is a wondrous place.
A little housekeeping part. So for the light thing, what did you find?
So it's 20 feet
Bright light?
of normal light.
Okay.
But then it like reduces, after that 20 feet, it reduces other lights or it increases it, I guess. So if it's dark, then it becomes low light and whatever for an additional 20 feet.
Okay. So it's like a 40-foot light source. So if it's in pitch black, it's just 40 feet.
Yeah, but the 20 feet will be dim light,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah,
Okay.
so it'll be normal light with 20 feet around us and then dim light.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like me with low light vision, I can see 40 perfectly with it, but
Yeah.
I can't see at all past it.
Correct.
Okay. Good.
So, what is your guys' plan?
Step over the trap.
Okay. So, who is stepping over the trap?
Well, Maggie will lead, unless Saltok or William would like to lead.
Okay.
That's fine.
Maggie leading the way, and she's a big creature, so stepping over 2 feet isn't really a big deal. And Maggie will pass over the trap, and she can see a little bit further now, and she sees a kobold around a nest, hugging an egg, snoring away.
Is the egg large?
How big is a kobold egg?
Ostrich sized.
Not large then.
I just wanted to see if it was like a dragon egg.
Oh, yeah. It is a ostrich-sized egg.
I made that up. Okrima channel
about right.
to
It's
my brain.
Yeah.
There's a creature here, kobold, with an egg, sleeping,
Just one.
We've got to be quiet.
of course.
Let's go.
You guys find anything valuable down there yet or what? It's taking fucking forever. It smells like shit up here too. Come on.
I didn't even realize you were going to be waiting at the top.
I'm not going in there.
Oh my god.
You're still at the top?
Yeah.
That's a lot of dice.
Oh my god.
The kobold around the egg goes, kind of curls back around the egg again and scratches its nose a bit. Continues snoring.
Well, we are all going to have to step over it eventually.
Yeah.
What's happening down there?
Saltok will be next.
I'm gonna walk up and be like, "What in the hell's the matter with you, the both of you? Shush your mouths. We're trying to be quiet. There's sleeping creatures down there."
Oh, okay.
You guys are just taking so long, you know? I mean, do I got to do everything?
Skeeter, maybe just keep your mouth shut. You can come down with us if you'd like, or you just wait up here, but just be quiet.
Yeah, somebody needs to know what they're doing.
I'm gonna head back down.
Go back. You'll go down.
Baelthor's going to go down as well.
Saltok will wait at the bottom to guide everybody over the trap.
Okay, so Will, Baelthor, and Maggie have passed the trap.
Okay.
And as Maggie moves forward, still the same designs on the walls, still the same crud on the ground, sticks and random debris, feathers, maybe a raccoon tail. You guys see 4 more kobolds sleeping in the distance, 20 feet further. They're all sprawled out in random directions, and one has a large anime bubble coming out of his nose.
Do they all look the same size and the same kind of importance? Is there anybody that's in a position of note?
Saltok will notice that these are black kobolds, and they are small creatures.
So he'll turn in the light and kind of motion. There's 5 of them.
And you guys can't see any further in the darkness past those creatures. The hallway does continue.
Basically, start to kind of motion different directions for each of us to go towards one of them, and start walking stealthily.
I would prefer not to kill these creatures, if possible.
I'm just already walking off.
I'll need a stealth check from Will.
17. What's sleeping give, like minus 10 or minus 15 or something?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So Will approaches the first sleepy kobold that Maggie noticed. And it is about 20 feet away from the group I had said previous. What do you do?
I'm gonna wait. I'll wait for the others.
Yeah, you do notice that no one is following you.
Yeah, I'm gonna glance back and like kind of shrug a bit, like.
Saltok moves up stealthily as
Yeah,
well.
the same. Baelthor will as well, and Maggie too.
22.
Big difference. Well, the 9 was for Maggie, so that's 15 for Maggie, and what's my dexterity? 22 for Baelthor.
22 for Baelthor, and a 9 for Maggie.
Yeah. What did I say? Did I say 9?
Yep. 15. You said
15.
9.
Yeah, I rolled 9 and I rolled 20, so it's 15 for Maggie and 22 for.
Oh, 15 for Maggie. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, lucky you. That changes things.
I'm lucky I rolled a natural 20 for Baelthor.
So now we have Maggie, Baelthor, Will, and Saltok approaching the first sleeping kobold around the ostrich-sized egg. Brother Ripov and Clark have noticed that everyone has moved on into the dark tunnel.
Brother Clark, he is a member of the flock now. He will pay his fee.
Once I get some money, I'll definitely pay you. I heard to talk to you, and I'm a man of a chroma now.
You see?
From forehead to tongue.
You see, folks, he's seen the light.
I've seen the light.
Oh, that's great, kid.
The light's walking down the tunnel away from you.
I probably shouldn't be yelling in this cave full of sleeping monsters.
We're like slowly tiptoeing along, and there's just this echo of Horizochroma.
Well, kind of, because you guys went down quite far, so
I know, but
you do hear slight murmurs, but you definitely notice that they're not following you at all.
Well, I mean, I don't want to stay up here alone with the stinky kid. I mean, you know, and if there's treasure down there, I don't want those scammers just taking it for themselves, not giving their bit to Okrima.
So Saltok did point out the trap to you guys, How do you proceed with your new little protege?
Well, I'll make the kid go first just to make sure there's no secondary trick. I mean, because he's got strong eyes, that kid. Let's just go. Let's go, kid.
Okay, I trust you. I'll go first.
All right, hurry up.
And Clark goes down and he sees the string that Saltok pointed out. He steps over it and he waves you in.
Yeah. All right, and Brother Ripov shall step over this trap and keep pushing the boy forward. He needs some motivation to get going down that dark tunnel.
So in the distance, you see a light from the staff of Baelthor, and you see a kobold sleeping around an ostrich-sized egg. And Will and Saltok and Maggie are also there, all around the kobold.
All right, here we go. Look, you guys find any treasure yet, or what?
So that's what you say?
Well, yeah, I mean,
So yeah, I want to. Whatever. I'll wait for this though.
Quietly.
yeah, I mean, that goes without
You
saying.
see everyone is turning around and putting their index finger to their lips and going,
Oh, yeah, right. The sleeping monsters that'll eviscerate all of us unpleasantly. You'll have to forgive me. My mind is full of the Lord Okraba.
I'm going to assume that you gave one of the spears you found on the ground in the initial area to Clark, for I am kind.
Okay.
Sure.
You can assume that.
Yeah.
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 So,
Or you could have just said it because it's your NPC.
yeah.
Yeah.
Clark has a spear.
Yeah.
And he hangs back by Brother Ripov, waiting for his direction.
Well, Will, seeing everybody kind of get up into the position that he was expecting, basically grabs the trident and looks over at everybody, like expecting everybody to do the same, and is like kind of motioning a couple counts, and then brings his weapon up and stabs down on the sleeping kobold.
Him.
What?
I guess maybe a good question is, I assumed the player character thinks that I would expect kobolds to be evil creatures.
He has said don't.
Yeah, I know what he said, but
Yeah.
You have knowledge nature on kobolds.
I do have knowledge nature actually. Oh, 23.
23. With a 23, you know a lot about the kobolds. This short reptilian humanoid has scaled skin, a snout filled with tiny teeth, and a long tail. You know they're quite crafty with traps. You know they can hang out solitary in gangs or nests, upwards of 5 to 30 combatants. You know them to live underground or in the deep forest, and you know them to be nasty creatures.
Nasty, like evil creatures?
Yes, they are evil.
Then I follow through with what I was thinking anyway. Expecting everybody else to do the same, despite what Baelthor said. I don't know. I basically pay him no heed. And continue doing what I believe to be right.
Yeah. He's a little surprised.
And I assume this is a coup de grace shot, but
Right in front of Baelthor, who told you not to.
Yep.
Maggie and Saltok, you raise your trident and you stab down at the kobold for a coup de grace. Roll your damage as he's peacefully sleeping, guarding his egg.
terrible rolls. 12 points of damage.
How are you going to do this?
Will goes up and sees the sleeping creature, gestures towards everybody else, makes like a bit of a beat to 3 with raising his spear or his trident up, expecting everyone to kind of join it. This is what he was taught in the army, see. And so as he gets to the third one, he glances back, doesn't quite see that they're in the right spot, but there's no time to be wasting time here, so he stabs right down into the neck of the creature, straight down, pinning it to the ground.
Okay, so you stab at the infidel, the non-human that you've been taught to kill. And smartly you stab at its throat as it wakes for a second and tries to scream and dies.
Saltok just has his arms
Future
crossed.
kid will now be a bastard. You've ruined this kid's life.
Why would you do that?
You're saying that? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, whisper.
Well,
Yeah.
I kind of like
why
look
would you do
over
that?
like, like gesturing towards it, like look at it.
It was sleeping. Only cowards attack things that sleep.
Smart people do it while they sleep so that they're not getting attacked as well. And then he like starts to moving towards the next one. Again, Will's expecting everybody else to be doing the same thing, but if they don't, they don't, I guess.
Well, he's gonna try and convince you to stop. We should sneak through. Just walk right by them and let them sleep. Take what they have and go.
I agree with Brother Baelthor for once. Take what they have and go. I mean,
Oh no.
do they have any other stuff, though, really?
There's something in here that Calistria wants me to find. It's not to murder sleeping kobolds, that's for sure.
Brother Ripov, you do notice like a lot with the light of Baelthor's staff. You do notice around the nests and around the other sleeping kobolds, you do notice like shiny bits of metal, but you don't see any stones or sapphires or bits of coin around. They just seem like dumb creatures that like to collect shiny things.
Can I make a perception check around this area?
Yeah.
Now that we're standing here.
Yeah.
While he's doing that, Will's just gonna walk over to Baelthor, but you know, while that's happening.
And Baelthor would like to send Maggie a little further along and just instruct her to look for something, look for why we're here.
I got a 27 perception.
27. And Maggie, what is Maggie's perception?
9.
A 9. So Saltok and Maggie go forth a little bit, and you guys see in total now 8 kobolds sleeping in various areas on the ground.
Does this hallway continue?
Saltok does not see the end of the hallway yet.
You would see the same in terms of there's no wall
Yeah.
after those 60 feet.
We should continue quietly.
So then as I then get up to Baelthor, I'm like, Baelthor, what are you doing? These are evil creatures. If we keep going, they're going to be at our backs. You can't leave things like that. That's just foolhardy.
Yeah, so Maggie and Saltok are at the next set of sleeping creatures. There are 2 this time. They've noticed there's 8 in total. And Will and Baelthor are talking at the original killing of the first one. And Clark and Brother Ripov are about 20 feet behind them.
Killing creatures just because of who they are is what Kalam does. I thought we were fighting against that.
Doesn't change that these are evil, foul beasts.
I do not know them, do you?
Yes, they're kobolds. And then he begins to walk towards the next one.
Hold on.
But also you explain what you know of kobolds too, right?
From the knowledge check?
Yeah.
Sure, yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about hobgoblins then. What are hobgoblins like?
Nasty foul beasts. Maybe we should be getting him in his sleep too. I like the way you think.
That's clearly
Something
not
to
the
talk
case.
about another time, though. As you can see, we're in a bit of a bind. And then he again continues on towards the next one.
Okay. And what does Will do to the next one, who has a sleeping companion just 5 feet across?
I'm gonna try to do the same thing if I can, but I don't know if anybody else is just standing watching me do this or what.
It's kind of what people are doing right now.
And Baelthor's gonna get close to Maggie, so he'll move up.
Okay.
Saltok will kind of hear what's going on, and he's just going to stand beside the other one that's right near the one that Will is over.
So you follow Will's lead.
Yeah, so I'm going to pull out my sword, and then he's going to give the countdown, and I'm doing nothing.
Okay, and then I stab down with the trident at
Before you do that,
throat. Okay.
so before anything happens with Will and Saltok, I'll need a sneak check from Brother Ripov and Clark.
Brother Ripov skulking in the shadows. Lord Okraba obscure me. Well, you know, sometimes I just have troubles containing the jubilance of the Lord Okraba, and I must scream out. Glory be to Okraba. My stealth check is that of a meager 9. Won't you protect me?
Clark doesn't roll that well either. And both of you, as you try to follow in, you step on one of the twigs on the ground almost at the exact same time. And I'm going to do some rolling.
Step on the same twig.
Yeah. So both kobolds that Will and Saltok are standing over turn in their sleep and open their eyes for a second, and they're blinded by the light from Baelthor's staff.
Are they
And they
wrapped up
both
like a
look-
douche?
I was thinking about too.
Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche in the something of the night. Yeah.
And to their horror, they see a floating douche. And they both rub their eyes as they see a trident and sword right above their heads. Roll for initiative.
Oh.
Baelthor, what is your initiative?
19.
So Baelthor rolled a 19, and Maggie is the same, yes?
Yes.
Will, what is your initiative?
Roll the 12.
Brother Ripov, what is your initiative?
Well, Brother Ripov has been blessed once again by the Lord Okraba for a fatty daddy.
Oh.
Plus his bonuses, so for a total of 28.
28.
Smokes.
Now, I'd also like to bring to attention that Brother Ripov has a special ability, Surprising Combatant. It gives him a bluff check at the start of combat, DC equals 15, plus the CR of the encounter. I get to convince the kobolds I'm not a threat to them.
Okay, so I will remember that, I promise.
That's really neat, actually. So, if Brother Ripov finds himself in the mist, right in this dead center, much like Baelthor is right now, it might not be such a bad thing.
Yeah, we'll describe the board in a second. Clark rolled a 20.
Stay out of the way, Clark.
What did Saltok roll for initiative?
Saltok's got a 21.
Oh, you guys nailed it. That was already in my combat manager, so that's great.
My initiative is +8 as well.
Holy smokes.
And I am going to roll the kobolds into two groups. So Maggie and Baelthor did move ahead about 20 feet when Will and Saltok started sizing up the sleeping kobolds directly ahead. So Maggie will notice with her dark vision that the hallway does end 55 feet ahead. There are 10 alive kobolds, and there is a turn to a room on the left that she can't quite see past. So the map is set. We have Maggie and Baelthor. Maggie is 10 feet ahead of the kobold that Will is about to kill. We have Baelthor right behind him. We have Will and Saltok, sword and trident above each sleeping kobold that were awakened by Brother Ripov and Clark. And they are both 30 feet behind Will and Saltok, kind of close to where that original kobold died. And we will have a surprise round for Will and Saltok only.
I believe I get to roll a free action bluff check to also be included on the surprise round.
No.
Nope, not with what you said before. Unless it's
Surprising
different.
combatant. At the beginning of a combat in which you would normally be able to act in a surprise round after initiative is rolled, but before the surprise round.
As you would normally begin to action the surprise round, which you're not a part of because you stepped on a stick and you're
Well, that's bullshit.
So you'll get the bonus for the start of the regular combat.
Fine.
They readied weapons above the sleeping kobold, so they get the surprise round. No one
So
else
then,
does.
But it's not a full round. It is a surprise round.
that's what I was going to say. So assuming that this is a surprise round, I don't get the coup de grace for this. Is that right?
It's a full round action, yeah?
Yes.
So you would have to attack normally.
Okay. Well, I believe you're ahead of me in the order.
Oh, right. So Saltok drives his sword down.
Oh, so he does do it now.
Now that they're waking up.
You forced our hand, you bastard.
I certainly did not. The loud one back there did.
Saltok gets a 20.
Oh yeah, that's right.
A 20 hits.
Wonderful. 6 damage.
With 6 damage, how do you want to do this?
I don't want to make it suffer. I just want to go straight through and just looking eyes forward to the next.
Straight through where?
It's going to right in his sternum.
Right in his sternum. So you stab right at his heart, and kobold dies in front of you. You notice another kobold stir 10 feet ahead of you. We'll call him number 4. So you manage to kill the kobold, but you wake another, again blinded by Baelthor's light as he rubs his eyes and kind of squeaks open to see what's going on. You go, "Ah!" It is now Will's turn.
Finish what I started here. Swing down with my trident. 12 to hit.
Prone.
And no dex.
That hits.
Max damage. That'll be 12 points of damage with the trident.
And you do the same thing as you did before?
Yeah, I don't want it to suffer after all. I'm a good sort, you see.
Yeah. Praise be to the All-Mother as you stab another helpless, poor kobold who was just going to make a donation to the All-Mother later on. In the throat, and he dies. And another kobold gets awakened, sees the light of Baelthor, and stirs. So now we're at the top of round 1. It is Brother Ripov's turn.
Excellent. Well, seems like a fine time to eradicate the world of some filthy, stinky kobold scum. In the name of the Lord Okrima. They're still lying down, are they?
Now would be the time to do your surprise thing.
Bluff thingy.
Oh,
You get to do it now.
I get to do the bluff check.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, everyone else. Only 2 guys have woken up, so
Nobody else would hear it.
Success.
Absolutely, for 23.
Yeah.
So he succeeds.
Yeah.
So the 2 guys that are awake will not attack Brother Ripple.
Will not perceive him as a threat.
And basically, I do this by demonstrating to them that I'm a holy man of the Lord Okrima through hand gestures and the like, and my ancient language of the Shaka Halamanga. I am not a threat to you. I certainly won't cave your skulls in and rob and pilfer your bodies after my associates extinguish your lives.
I'm sure you're saying all of that quietly.
Very quietly.
As 2 of the kobolds that woke up and got blinded by the light believe your bluff, and they will not attack you.
Now I believe I will attempt to shoot one of the prostrate kobolds with my crossbow. Did I get an advantage or a disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Oh, is it?
Well, it's not
down.
called disadvantage, but you have a negative to it. They get a
Because they're
plus
lying
4
down, they're
AC.
harder to hit.
Yeah, because they're
See,
prone.
that's maybe I don't want to do that then.
You can move.
But does that improve my chances?
No.
No.
Why would
You
I
can
do
wait
that?
until they get up.
You could ready an action for it when they stand up and then blast them.
Or I could just shoot him with a magic missile.
You could also do that.
Yep.
I believe Brother Ripov will channel the forces of Lord Okrima, and once again shall speak in the ancient tongue, Shaka Halamanga. Magic missile on your face. Bam!
Which one are you attacking?
I will attack the one. Yeah, why not that
So
one?
number 3, which is sleeping 15 feet away from Saltok, further into the cavern.
And I believe magic missile just automatically hits. I just have to.
I
roll
believe
damage.
you're all right.
At what level do you get more raise?
I get 2 magic missiles at level 3, I believe. So I roll damage for each.
And I think you can decide if you want them on the same target or if you want to split them up.
Yeah, you have to decide.
I would probably want one target to try to kill one. That is a 4.
Another 4.
I sure wish I split up these magic missiles. I believe that guy's annihilated regardless.
So how much damage you do?
Yeah.
10?
10 damage.
So 2 glowing orbs circle out of your hands with the power of Acroma, in quotations, and flow out of your hands and incinerate number 3.
Die in the name of Okrima.
He said quietly.
Harry said quietly, or isn't it Dumbledore?
I mean, I don't know if you can cast magic missile quietly.
Yeah, it's also-
pretty sure. All,
Oh, is
all
that
casting.
Much like he said, like the incant.
Well, all
yeah.
casting in Pathfinder has verbal components, and it's like, I cast this spell. There's not.
I use the language of the ancestry.
there's no quiet casting unless you have the feet.
Is there a V by that spell?
Yes, there is. And an S.
Yeah, so that's the somatic, like your hand gestures is the S. Yeah.
I think we didn't trip the alarm.
So 2 more kobolds awake.
I'm surprised that's it.
Are you going to move, Brother Ripov?
Maybe I'll take a few steps forward here. I think that shall do fine.
So you move just behind, 10 feet behind Will, 5 feet ahead of the first kobold that died. It is now Saltok's turn.
Saltok, seeing the bodies fall before him, is going to move up a full complement. He has 40 feet of movement, so he's going to move right up in between everybody up here. Because they haven't had turns, like nobody's actually stood up yet, right? They're all on the ground still?
Yeah, they're awake, but they are not ready to attack of opportunity.
Right, Saltok moves up into the midst of everybody, looks around, and I think there's only one sleeping person behind, so he's gonna...
Yeah, you moved right up into a nest of 3 sleeping kobolds. What do you do?
I'm gonna stab one of the ones that is shifting awake that looks like they could stand up.
All right, so the one behind you?
Yep. Wait, that's not... Let's roll an attack first. Natty natty.
Well,
Nice.
roll to confirm your crit.
Please. Ooh, might get there. They're on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
16.
That hits.
Critical is ×3 for my sword.
You see, folks, once again, a follower of Okraba has been blessed.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Can you argue with the results?
Cannot. You absolutely cannot.
You can, but you probably shouldn't.
27 damage.
Holy
So 27 damage is a lot.
Wow.
And to this poor sleeping kobold who awoke to a blinding light, who, by the way, are light sensitive, finds his head chopped clean off. Before he can make a sound, he is flying through the air and landing on the ground.
He's already on the ground.
He's more on the ground now.
He's a floor person.
27 damage. He is the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the next dead.
At least that.
But it doesn't need to be
tokens a
dead
skull.
paper.
We don't need the paper anymore, Danny. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Get with the times, man. Get with the times, man.
Get with the program.
Amazing.
Yeah, I love the paper.
It is now Clark's turn. Clark turns to Brother Ripov. Oh, what should I do?
No.
Quit
What
your-
does a chroma say?
What do you mean, what does a Chroma say? Quit your sniveling, boy. Go and attack.
Okay, I'll attack anyone you want. Who should I attack?
Whoever is closest to you that is a stinky, shit-filled monster, just go kill one.
Okay, I'll do that.
Stabs Ripov in the back.
I'm sorry, I can't reach him on this turn. Do you want me to get even closer? I won't be able to attack though.
Well, yeah, get closer. I mean,
Okay,
come on.
I'm going right in there.
Use your brain, kid.
Okay, I'm here. I'll get them. I'm speaking quietly.
I don't think it matters anymore.
It's now Maggie's turn.
All right. So it's the twin pair of them. So,
Or Baelthor's.
Baelthor will take his turn first.
Okay, Baelthor. Sorry.
So he will, as a standard action, he will pull in and begin casting a spell, and he will place a hand on Maggie's spiked shoulder, just sort of in between a couple of the spikes, and Maggie will glow with arcane armor.
Ooh, and does Maggie do anything?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you mean in response to the spell being cast? Or?
Well, I thought it was like a full round action to cast a spell.
Nope, standard action.
Okay, so what'd you cast on Maggie?
Mage armor.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did
And
say
then-
that.
Yeah, and then Baelthor is going to move back. Nice, close to his friends, away from the kobolds, because he doesn't need to be that close.
Yeah, in the back of the battlefield by the dead
I'm
ones.
very impressed that he's saying friends now and he's coming right to stand
Yeah.
beside me. So this is a boost to my confidence, I must say.
And then you notice that Baelthor will reach into his cloak and pull out a little stick, a wand, as well as part of his move action,
Ooh.
just to be ready for the next turn. And Maggie will go take a 5-foot adjust there and full attack. That
To another kobold who
Yeah.
was just awakened by the light.
sort of awakening. And as Baelthor sort of goes next to Will, he'll say, "You made me do this."
Ooh, the tension continues.
Well, that's wonderful. Finally jumping into it.
So
Nice,
she gets
fancy little stick you got there, Baelthor. I bet it's a real shame not to be able to channel the powers of God right to your hands. Huh? You need a little stick.
I just did.
Well, you're using a stick.
This is for later.
Well, I'm just.
It's okay. I understand.
And Baelthor's turn ends having done nothing else.
Maggie will bite. That's an 11 to hit.
Maggie. This one's on the ground.
I think it's going to be all right there.
An 11 hits. He's still on the ground.
Okay, since I can't find her bite attack, it'll just be claws for now until I can find it. So it's the same to hit anyways, so that's 6 points of damage.
So 6 points of damage as this kobold gets awakened by the sounds, opens his eyes to a blinding light, and sees a cyclops demon raking 2 claws across his face, and dies.
Do you have anything else to do with him?
No, that is it.
That is it. No movement. All right. Good turn. It is now Will's turn.
All right. Seeing a clear path in front of me now, I'm just going to charge straight ahead. Charge straight ahead 30 feet into the next kobold there that's on the ground. This one's just waking up, but I've got the trident in my one hand, but I actually kind of pull it back behind me, and I'm going to lead with my shield. And my charge attack will bring me I just want to bash it right in the face with my shield.
All right. Going for the old shield bash maneuver.
And that's a fatty natty on the first die of the
Roll to
with the
confirm your
shield.
crit.
Nice.
Whoop. Oh, I forgot other parts because I'm getting all used to this character, but we'll just do this anyway. It's a 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Okay. That's 14 points of damage.
So, yet again, another kobold awakens, sees the light, only to be bashed in the face with a shield, and his brains explode. And
Unfortunately, there's more. I don't have much of a choice with this, but the front of my shield, you see, it had the little shield boss on it. And at the very front of it, there was a little vial. I'm not sure if anybody really noticed it before, but when I hit into it, it's made of fine glass, you see, and it kind of breaks apart, and acid flies about for another 4 points of damage, also dealing 1 point of damage to my shield itself.
Okay, so your shield melts a little bit, and as the kobold's brain explodes, the rest of his body melts in acid.
Wow.
I didn't have the opportunity to not use it. It's just part of it. So,
Does it crit too?
no. One thing though, I with my attack, I have another bit of ability. So I know it's dead, but I'm going to continue with what my ability does. I'm going to do a bull rush maneuver to just slam forward with it. So I've already moved 30 feet, but I'm going to continue my movement another 10.
What are you, Brother Ripov? You're just going to keep on going and going, or what?
With the kobold in front of my shield, I'm just plowing it forward to at the end of my movement. And it happens to do more damage as it's dragging along the ground like that, but obviously it's dead anyway. But
He's already dead.
if it were only just
we
below
math?
the negatives before, now it's certainly...
So finally, it is the kobold's turn. And one that has awakened and been blinded by the light and not killed, number 6, goes, Briag! Briag!
Speak Goblin?
And he attempts to get up with Saltok right next to him.
I would like to take an attack of opportunity on the standing one.
I figured that much.
Oh, that's not very good. Plus the sword is 11.
11 is a miss.
No longer prone.
For shame, brother Saltok, deliver justice upon that godless heathen.
Shut your shiny gob.
Well, how dare you?
So with the sound of alarm, the rest of the kobolds are awakened. The one who just got up, that Saltok misses, will take an attack on Saltok. And he attacks you with a spear. 13 to hit.
Mrs. Saltok.
13 misses. So there are 3 more visible kobolds in the cave. They all get up. And
I take my second attack of opportunity on number 8.
Ooh, sneaky feet, man.
do you get 2 attacks?
I have combat reflexes, so I get as many as my dex modifier, which is 2.
Okay, so you definitely get the second attack of opportunity on number 8.
So I stab with my sword, miss the first web, but then I realize there's another one behind me getting up too. That's better. 19. No, 20.
20 hits.
All right, let's do some damage on this guy. Sword is plus 12 damage.
So 12 damage. So you miss the first one, turn around and slice the other one clean through the chest. He bleeds out, falls to the ground, and dies.
Well done, brother Saltok.
I told you to shut your gob.
Well, I'm praising you. It's good to see you finally come to your senses and terminate our enemies.
Seeing Saltok attack their friends, both kobolds getting up will attack with slings against Saltok. 18.
Is it minus because it's into combat? Because I'm engaged with this
He
guy
is,
here.
in fact, engaged into combat over there with one of their friends,
Unless they have precise shot.
which you have a very upset GM right now.
I know that face.
Playing a ranged character, I learned some things.
You learned a lot about negatives over there and misses.
Just because you missed the one getting up, 16.
16 is a miss.
Second swing attack. 7.
Oh, that one hits. No, it's kidding.
The next encounter is going to be that much harder.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Especially because he'll be upset now.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
mid combat, he's gonna be adding some CR.
I wrote in an orc, but no, Minotaur.
Yeah.
Just a second as I add 10 more kobolds.
Oh, that's okay.
Round
the corner.
2, Brother Ripov.
All right, and that one there, is that one standing now?
Yes.
Indeed.
I believe I will ready my holy bolt thrower crossbow, and I'll take aim at the nearest kobold and fire upon it.
For the listeners, it's only the one kobold standing anywhere near to the rest of us and 2 off in the distance.
Indeed.
You have precise shot.
I have no... Oh, I see.
That's all right. You can still shoot it.
It's just -4.
Well, that's not very good.
It's just a kobold.
I'll take the shot regardless, because Okraba shall deliver the bolt upon
Otherwise,
the
you can
monster's
move
face.
up here and shoot down at those guys if you really wanted to, but he wouldn't want to get closer.
Can't see up there anyway.
The light is... Oh, yeah, the light's back here.
Yeah, the only light source is near the back there where
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Skeeter's standing near Baelthor.
Well, it's a 2 on the die with a +4. I believe that would be a miss. And it is missed, glaringly missed, which means only one thing. One of you fuckers isn't a true believer, and it's throwing Okraba off. He can't channel the energy properly.
Seems like quite a weak god if he can't even deal with other followers of other gods.
No, it's not what that means at all. You're just wrong.
Okay.
Saltok just kind of laughs at the miss.
You've got a move action if you still want it.
Sure. Why don't we just get a little bit over onto this side? The left side of the cave tunnel thing.
Still standing in the light there.
Indeed.
So the next person's turn is someone who was awakened last turn.
Uh-oh.
It is a giant red kobold. He is grotesquely fat. And because I am a kind and humble DM, I will give Will another nature check on this kind of kobold.
14.
With a 14, you know that red kobolds are pyromaniacs and make extensive use of fire, especially the alchemical and magical kinds. Which is a funny thing, because he's got a weird glowing vial in his hands, and he's going to launch it at... He's going to launch it at Clark. He just happens to be close to... he just happens to be close to Will and Saltok. It's a direct hit right on Clark. Doing 7 fire damage to Clark. And for Saltok and Will, I'll need a reflex save, please.
That'll be a 16 for Will.
10 for Saltok.
So Will take half damage, he'll take 3, and Saltok will take 6 damage, along with Clark. As the large kobold goes up, no one understands, but he's mad. And you are on fire for 1 round. So because Will succeeded his reflex save, he won't be on fire next turn. Clark and Saltok will both be on fire, and they have a chance to put it out if they want to. And it is Saltok's turn.
Looks like they're covered in sticky gobs of flames.
Yeah.
Saltok is going to keep burning.
Okay, so you take another d6 of damage. Take another 6 damage, please.
6. I'm going to use my turn to use a flurry of blows on the one standing in front of me. 4 round action.
Yeah.
Misses. A little better. 13.
Misses. So one of the few kobolds left alive from your initial investigation, he dodges his head to the right, dodges his head to the left, he misses both of your blows.
And then I'm going to 5-foot adjust to be a little bit away from the center of the blast.
Yeah, as your clothes singe and you are given a little bit more fire damage. It is now Clark's turn.
Clark, get back. Go stand with the light source.
Clark hears that, but what he really does is go, "Oh my god, I'm on fire, I'm burning, oh Chroma, save me!" And he starts patting himself down and puts out the fire and takes his whole turn putting out the fire that he's on. It is now Maggie and Baelthor's turn.
Baelthor is going to go. That wand he pulled out, he will flick it, speak some arcane words, and Maggie will grow inside.
Oh my goodness. How big is Maggie?
She is large size now. She grows to about, say, 8 to 9 feet tall.
Oh my goodness.
She's massive.
Pretty much a Cyclops for real at this point, just with demon scales and long ogre arms.
Baelthor will take his movement. He'll keep them both in hand for now. That's fine. And then Maggie is going to move forward. She's going to walk right through the companions, pushing them slightly out of the way as her massive ape-like arms extend with reach. And she's going to attack this red kobold with one claw. That's a 20 to hit.
Nice.
A 20 hits as you attack the big kobold who just threw the vial of fire.
Minimum damage, 4.
4 damage.
That is the end of their turn.
The kobold sent Maggie with another vial ready in his hand. It is now Will's turn.
After having shoved this one kobold that's covered in acid now,
Yeah.
pushing it along, I now see the Cyclops grown double in height beside me. I decide to move my way right up into the red kobold there and just try to smash it with my shield.
Yeah, so you can make it to the big red kobold.
Basically moving 15 feet straight ahead into the kobold, and I want to just smash into it, leaning into it with my shield, still kind of holding the trident behind me.
Still with the dead kobold, probably layered on your shield, melting away.
Yeah, bits of acid just dripping off the shield as I'm moving forward. With a... Again, I'm forgetting to use some of the abilities because I'm getting too excited, but at 20 to hit.
The 20 hits.
Okay. For 6 points of damage.
And then...
But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
I wish to use the bull rush with it, so I've moved 15 feet. My CMB ends up being my attack roll, which is 20. And I'm going to push it back. But there is another kobold in behind him. So first thing that's going to happen is the red kobold, right off the bat, takes 7 points of damage.
You said 6.
Yeah. First there was the 6 points of damage, and now it's taking 7 points of damage from the bull rush.
6 total.
No, 6 was from the shield bash, and 7 is from the bull rush.
Okay.
And then my bull rush is now trying to push them back, and there's another one in behind it, so they both get jammed up with it. So it takes my CMB roll from a 20 down -4 is a 16. Does that beat it's either of their CMDs? Actually, first of all, does it beat the red kobold's CMD?
Does size matter?
It affects it. They get a negative for it.
It beats both of them.
Excellent. So does it beat them by more than 5? Both of them.
It beats the one in behind more than 5, the one in the front less than 5.
Okay. In that case, I can only move them 5 feet. I have 15 feet extra movement, but I can't go infinite on that. So, the kobold in behind. Oh, one sec. I better double check that. I think it takes the 7 points of damage from the bull rush now. Okay, no, it's when he performs the attack. So the bull rush. So it didn't happen immediately. So anyway, they both end up getting shoved backwards another 5 feet there.
Okay, so you push them both 5 feet back.
I already did.
And I've done that, and I've and I will follow up into the space there. He doesn't have to. I could do just a shove and knocking them back and standing there, but I'm gonna fill the gap as well.
Mind the gap.
All right, so Alexei cheats as always.
Yeah, just know the rules. You see, it does quite a bit to do a bit of preparation, learning what the rules of the system you're playing are.
It is now a group of kobolds' turn, and I hope I at least hurt some of these people.
I wanted to have a cliff that we're fighting next to so I could just bash people off the cliff.
This is Novus!
But then we don't get to check their pockets. Did you think of that?
I certainly.
No, you only think of yourself. That's right.
So it is the kobold's turn, and the first one comes out of the corner from the left where the red one came from. It's another black one that you guys couldn't see before. And he charges at Maggie, and he's got one of those glowing yellow vials in both hands. So now that Maggie has 15 goddamn foot reach, let's see if you can kill him before he reaches you.
Let's see. Go, Maggie. Ooh, that is a 20 to hit.
Nice.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
And we're looking at
Derek's so upset.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. And he drops the vial on top of himself and not
15
only
feet
gets
away.
clawed in the face, but burns a fiery, horrible death.
What, does it explode on all his friends there?
It actually explodes on number 9. So I'm gonna have to roll a reflex save on number 9,
Because the others aren't there yet.
Yeah.
who fails. And number 9 will take half damage. So he will take 2 damage.
Better than nothing.
Oh boy, friends, there's a lot more of them coming from around the corners here. Please get a little closer with that light, would you?
Of course.
And now number 15 comes around out of the corner. He is also holding a glowing yellow vial, and he rushes at Maggie as well.
It wasn't one of the red ones, though, I assume, right? It's just a regular one?
No, it's just another one of the little kobolds, the black colored ones. This one has another vial in its hand though.
So is Maggie out of attacks of opportunity?
Yes, she is.
That's great, because 14, 13, 12, and 11 do the same thing. So all of these new kobolds, they double moved out of the area to the left where the tunnel ended and the red one came from. So they're just holding the vials and they can't do anything with it as they've double moved.
But this one right here, I believe, is going to be taking an attack of opportunity from leaving this square. Unless it had more movement still. Would have had to have turned into that space and come over before moving the diagonal. And I will take my attack of opportunity.
They're dumb. So you will take your attack of opportunity on number 12, holding the vial.
For this, that's what I've been having my trident for. So I'll swing it forward to try to spear it, impale it.
Without your shield hacks.
Oh, very poor. That's only a 10.
So a 10 misses as he dodges the trident attack to the side, clinging his vial with dear life.
I'm out of practice with this weapon. You see, I'm better off with my shield.
You see the red one going blah, 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 pointing here and there and trying to tell them where to go with the vials. One of the original kobolds still alive is near Saltok, number 6, and he will take his attack with a spear. 14.
Miss.
Nice.
14 is a miss. And there is still a number 10 left from the original gang of kobolds they discovered. He will 5-foot step and try a spear attack on Will, mad that he took the shield bash from him. He rolls a natural 1. Let's move on. So,
I barely even raise my shield to block it, as it just doesn't even come close.
so top of round 3, it is Brother Ripov's turn.
Brother Ripov, once again, recanting the ancient tongues. Halabaka Shika Laka. And he's casting Magic Missile on both targets on the larger kobold, the red one. Yes, he is a devil. He must be dealt with.
So one on him or both on him?
Both.
Oh my goodness. Roll for damage.
All right, Okraba. A 2 and a 4 plus whatever. What is it again?
2 more.
Plus 2 more each. 8. All right. 8
Plus 4 is
damage.
6, plus 2 is...
2 glowing orbs come out of each of Brother Ripov's hands, and they both swirl through the air. And just as that red kobold is going blah, 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 trying to direct traffic, his eyes widen and they smoke him in the face, each on one side, and his head explodes with an anime-like blood coming through his fucking top. You guys are broken.
Glory to Okraba. You see that? He got shocked. I fucking did that. I exploded that devil's head.
That was impressive.
And because 3 kobolds are around him and he had a glowing yellow vial in his hands already, he's going to drop that vial as he dies. And 3 kobolds are going to have to do a reflex save.
I believe that's 3 kobolds and 1 human.
Oh, we got Will there too, thank God. I can at least feel a little bit good about this. The 3 kobolds will do their reflex saves first. You're looking. 2 fail, 1 succeeds.
Technically, but I wasn't seeing.
I look without seeing.
Yeah, I can barely read the
We
dice.
round up or down, it's 3 damage.
Always down.
Down?
So 3 is half is 1.
So 2 take 1 damage and 1 takes the 3 full damage.
And then I'm making a reflex save, is that right? That's a 15 reflex. Nice shot there, Brother Ripov.
Indeed, Brother Will. Why don't you go ahead and reach down and pick up that red kobold's head there and show it for everybody to see?
He's currently on fire. I'd rather not touch him while he's still burning.
His head exploded.
While this,
Grab whatever brain matter you can, scoop it up, show everybody. We'd all like to see the triumph of Okraba.
so with a 15, Will takes half damage, taking 1 point of fire damage, and the big red kobold is dead.
Great work there, Brother Ripov. Skeeter, if you will.
I did that.
We have Saltok's turn.
Saltok wants to finish the one in front of it, so I'm going to take a flurry of blows with my 7-branch sword.
All right, the original one that's still close to the front of the cave. And I saw you rolled a 3 and a 5, and that guy's immortal.
I feel like he's this character here, Saltok, seems a lot like another one we've had in the podcast before.
Ah, yes, Brother Travington, I believe.
The legendary Travington.
The one and only.
I was doing great before.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
It was a good start, but then your
And now
true
you've
nature
been
showed.
bogged down into combat here.
It is now Clark's turn, and terrified that he was caught on damage, he is gonna run away.
Where the hell do you think you're going? Huh?
He double moves far away, close to the bottom of the stairs, away from any danger, with his clothes still singeing from the fire damage done before. Where was the chroma on that one?
What do you mean, where's a crowbar? Where are you? You're running away. Yeah,
I was on fire.
Well, yeah.
Where's your miracle spring water?
No, listen. There's
Probably 'cause
trials,
he didn't donate.
trials and tribulations, and exactly, Brother Baelthor brings up
No.
an excellent point. He says, "Why did you donate?" And that's exactly right.
I told you I don't have any money.
I haven't seen 1 coin from you, young man.
I see where your real heart lies.
And now you see what happens to you. I can't be held. You think I could stop Okraba from his holy judgment?
I'm going back to Calistria. This is bullshit.
He needs his coins. You will not go back to whatever the hell you said. You'll stay right here, and I'll intimidate you to do that if I have to.
And we'll leave that at that. And it's now Baelthor and Maggie's turn.
Excellent. Okay. So I'll make this quick move action. He's going to go for Baelthor will move up there, and with his standard action, he will put his wand away, bring up his hand. Maggie will go, and she will take a full attack on the things in front of her. Starting.
What number?
We'll start at 13.
She's got 3 kobolds in front of her, and she's attacking number 13, the one to her left.
She even has 5 kobolds, 6 kobolds in reach, I believe. Oh no, 5 kobolds in reach.
Oh, with that 15-foot reach, she can basically attack any kobold she wants.
Her massive ape-like arms with razor claws.
And being enlarged.
Yes,
So for clarity, it's 15 feet reach right now with the claws, at 10 feet reach with the bite.
correct. Yeah. So the bite will go against the kobold on the far right. That is a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
That is 8 points of damage with the bite.
And that's a claw attack?
Bite.
Oh, a bite attack. So you just bite this kobold's face right off. Yeah. And The kobold falls, blood gushing, and falls to the ground. But he also drops a vial in his hand, and it does 2 damage to anyone that doesn't pass the reflex save, and 1 damage to those who pass it. So 1 kobold and Maggie will need to make a reflex save.
11 for Maggie.
Natural 1 for me, so they take the full 2 damage.
But hopefully it won't matter because Maggie's going to go at both of these with her claws as well.
All right, so you got more attacks.
Yeah, at 15 with her claw. First claw. 19 on the die.
That's a hit.
Is that a critical threat
Maggie's
on
a
those,
beast.
Or is it?
No.
Usually they're just 20.
I wish I had a character that was like a spellcaster and also had a big, meaty freaking elemental that could just attack anything.
Yeah, it's because the spellcaster can't do anything else. And
Cast light.
it's true. That's true. And it made the big beefy thing bigger.
It's in fact helpful.
And it does 7 points of slashing damage.
Yeah. So you bite the face off one, you slash the face off the other.
Got one more claw. Let's do it.
But he
Oh,
drops
you're
a
right.
vial. Does 5 points of damage. I'll need a reflex save.
Number 14 for you.
14.
A 14 is not enough. So you'll take all 5 damage, and 1 more kobold needs to make a reflex save. And passes with a 15, so it'll take 2 damage.
In final claw. That one's a miss with 11 to hit.
So you miss on the final one. Bite in the face, claw off a face, and the third one was like, I'm just going to step back a bit. And misses that last claw, seeing his friends go
And I
down.
think she'll take a 5-foot adjust here as well. Just so she can stand in between the kobolds and her master.
So Maggie and Baelthor are done their turn.
Correct.
All right, it is Will's turn. I'm going to shield freaking 5 of them at the same time, and they're all going to melt with acid.
Well, that sounds lovely. I believe I will do that then. There are 3 kind of in a row. I can hit 2 of them right now, so I'm going to swing my shield at number 10. Oh, forgot to do the thing again because I keep always forgetting. Doesn't matter. 12 to hit.
That's a miss. So you're saying there's a chance.
And I'll take a 5-foot step in a little closer, potentially revealing some down the hall, but I've only got the low light vision, so. And that'll be it for my turn.
As you turn the corner, it is very dark still because you only have the low light vision, and the light from Baelthor is not exactly angling the way you want it to, but you do see in the shadows a large chair of bone with essentially a midden heap of crap around it.
Sounds like where the old Reddy was sitting. Well, that was a disappointing turn, I must say. This red dice is banished for the rest of the day.
I liked it.
I can do disappointing too.
Wanted that guy to drop a thing and burn them all. That was what I was going for. Burn 3 of them.
I don't think 9 and 10 have the vials. They were there. They had slings.
That's
right
okay.
from the start.
William Lyne's gotten a little bit of overconfident here, I believe, and he's allowed himself to get mostly surrounded, but even still, he looks pretty confident.
Might be a good time to start believing in Okraba. What do you think there, Will?
He's got the protection of Calistria right behind him.
So 3 kobolds surround the confident Will, who's been shield bashing his way to the end of the cavern. And 1 attacks with a spear. He misses. Next one attacks. Oh, that's a critical threat. Spear is a ×3, ladies and gentlemen. This might be my chance. Is it not?
It wouldn't ever be 19 to 20.
Is
and
spear not
times
×3?
No.
It is, but it's probably only 20s. Like an arrow.
Spear's not usually ×3, I don't think.
I thought.
Long spear, I think, is, but like a short spear? Or whatever, those ones? I don't think so, but if it says, then great.
No, you're right on the 20. And it is a ×3. You're wrong.
Okay, so it's only on.
Yeah. So 19 on the die, which is not a critical threat, but still a hit.
What is it to hit then?
Bullshit, you have above 19.
It's got a big shield.
Medium armor.
20?
So 20 to hit is what you're saying?
Yeah.
And that's a 19 on the die.
Yeah.
So it's not really even that close. It easily block the shield or the spear thrust with
What?
my shield.
You made a level 3 character?
I did, and if you
Is this in Baldur's Gate 3, Alexa?
if you notice, I'm a human man standing here with a with a large steel shield and scale mail armor. And you can tell the way he's standing, he's learned to fight.
You're freaking a teenager.
And he spent 4 years in the army.
Oh my god.
Wait, you're a teenager?
Also, I'm 20, which isn't quite a teenager, but...
All right, so I may have gotten some things wrong there, but what I'm not gonna get wrong is this kobold attacked with the strength, like basically 95% of the strength he could have had, and still, freaking Will.
Will lazily blocked it with his shield.
Yeah, he's like, okay, that way. And you're getting attacked with another spear, and it's gonna be a 20.
Okay.
It's not a 20. And the third kobold was one holding the vials, and he's just gonna drop the vial. And that's gonna hit Will and Maggie.
Okay.
5 points of damage unless you get a reflex save.
Who dropped it?
12.
That's 14 again.
He dropped it on himself?
Yeah.
Okay, then he hits number 10 and number 14 as well.
It's 5 feet.
Yeah.
12 had it, not 10, right?
Yeah, this guy had it, right? Yeah, so he hits
All of
everybody.
those guys.
Everybody.
Yeah, 10, 14, me, and
Is it 5 points?
And 2 kobolds.
17 reflex.
17, you take 2 damage. A 14, you take 5 damage. So 14 dies in a fiery explosion of fire. That was right in front of Maggie. 12, who suicided, takes 2 points of damage, which killed him, even though he passed his reflex save. And 10 took 2 damage, passing his reflex save, and he's still alive, but he is on fire.
Oh, you poor, miserable creatures. If you could even speak the common tongue, I'd tell you to drop your weapons and I'd consider not killing you, but, I mean, let's be honest. We can see what you are.
So there are only 3 kobolds left, and there was only 1 kobold who was far away from that suicide bomb, let's just call it.
There are 4 kobolds, DM. There's the original one still in the battle with...
How is 6 still alive? It's like in the beginning still. That guy's a ninja. We need more 6s. I deleted him off Combat Manager, so we're just going to play that one by ear. 6 will attack Saltok. He misses with a 7. 11 will move up and attack Will, because basically all the alive kobolds just hate Will.
I'll even give you a good movement and put him into flank.
What do you know? It wasn't 20. I didn't hit Will. All right, round 4.
You have a flank now.
It sounds like it was still a pretty poor roll.
Yeah.
I know all about poor rolls.
I appreciate that, though. You get inspiration on your next die roll. We're not playing 5th edition, but you deserve that. Brother Ripov.
Yeah, good luck with inspiration. It means nothing in this game.
Oh, sorry. Fuck.
Advantage?
You get advantage with next roll. We're not playing 5th edition.
I'm
but-
still going to miss on my
Isn't
flurry.
that also 5th edition?
Yes,
Yeah,
both of
okay.
those are 5th edition.
Yeah.
Well, that's not, you knew the one I meant.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I was making fun of you. Yeah. So Skeeter's up.
Indeed. Let's see. What should I do here? I mean, I assume Saltok is going to kill that.
You've assumed that for a while.
I know. He just can't get it done, brother Saltok.
I think it's coming on to me.
Well, that's a
I
little
can't bring myself to kill it.
disturbing in all sorts of matters.
Use your magic balls to blow up more heads. Come on.
I shall target magic missiles. I will strike the wounded one that I can see, and I will strike the other one that is next to Will that I can see as well.
Perfect.
9 and 10.
Yeah, holla back, shake,
So which one first?
the wounded one first.
Okay.
Does it matter?
Doesn't at all.
Well, that's that. Was it a 5, I
3.
believe? Plus 2, I
Plus
thought.
1 on it.
Plus 1.
4 damage.
4 to that guy.
So number 10 dies in the back.
That's right. In the name of Okrama, you, that's right. What is that?
3 again. Another.
So another
3
4.
points of damage. Oh, sorry, 4 points of damage.
4 points to number 9.
That is correct.
He takes a large red bald bolt to the chest, and it explodes on his chest. And he goes, "Bah!" And he somehow shakes it off, and it seems like he's just got a little bit of life left in him.
I hope you were paying attention there, Will. You'll notice that Okrama has saved you once again.
I'm beginning to think that Okrama isn't blessing me in some good way.
It is Saltok's turn.
All right. Saltok's had enough of fun with this one, and he wants to finish it off.
Nick's gonna roll. Nick's gonna roll.
I'm not going to switch this time, Saltok.
So that's a 3 and a 6 on the die, folks. Can't even make this shit up.
Brother Saltok, I'm starting to doubt your level of belief in our
One thing
Lord
listening
Okaba.
to it and then seeing it in real life.
Now you know it's true. We're not
real.
bullshitting.
Everybody's out there listening.
Yeah.
It's real.
It's real and it's spectacular.
Yeah. And now it is Clark's turn, and Clark's gonna be like, I'm just gonna hang back here. I can't really see anything, so I'm just assuming that you guys are doing good. And yeah, I might need new clothes.
Come on back and kill this one. I'm just toying with it.
What? I can't hear you. It is now Baelthor's and Maggie's turn.
All right, I'll have Maggie go first this time. So she'll 5-foot step up here and attempt to bite with her long jaw.
Jesus, Maggie is terrifying.
Yeah, she's really long.
Maggie's biting out 10 feet away.
Yeah, just
She's long and she's strong. Want to get a friction?
not this time. That's a 13 to hit.
13. Ooh, actually, 1 second.
It's a close one.
13 misses.
It'll be the claws then. She's gonna go at the same one with first claw.
So the kobold dodges to the left, misses the bite, and
Ooh, hits with the claw. That's a 22 to hit.
the follow through slashes him down the neck for
8 points of damage.
and his neck explodes as you hit the artery. More anime style blood flows out as Maggie is a beast. You don't want to fuck with Maggie.
Can Maggie see and reach this guy?
Yep.
Yeah. So she's got one more claw left, right?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Bite, missed. Claw. Yeah.
Yeah, with a
kidding me.
15-foot reach.
See ya.
Maggie's reaching almost
dice.
right around the corner, but she's not quite around the corner, just 15 feet away. That's an
It's a 4.
awful long reach.
4 damage.
4 to hit.
Oh, 4 to hit. That's what I like to hear. That's a miss. As Maggie got too excited when she clawed the second one and missed the third one. And is Baelthor and Maggie done?
No, Baelthor is going to move. So Baelthor walked around Maggie and is now within 5 feet of Will, allowing the light from his staff to go down the corridor, hopefully illuminating whatever other horrors await us.
Now you guys can all see around the corner and see that kind of throne of bones that Will had scoped out with his low light vision. So now it's all bright.
And as a standard action, he will reach over and touch Maggie and cast a healing spell, Rejuvenate Eidolon.
All right. Well, he feels up. Well, he figures out what kind of healing he did.
No, it's also feeling up. It's a touch spell.
Yeah.
7 points.
So Baelthor heals Maggie with 7 points, touching him, and a glowing light comes from Baelthor to Maggie and heals him up. And it is Will's turn.
Will is facing this one last kobold, other than the one that Saltok's been hanging out with all night, and takes a 5-foot step, basically pinning the kobold between him and the wall, and then just casually starts walking forward to try to crush this little beast with his shield.
The kobold's eyes widen as you do this. What do you roll?
For the first time the entire combat, I'm actually going to use an ability that I've meant to this whole time and forgotten every single turn. I'm going to study this target. I'm going to actually pay attention to it for the briefest of moments. It just didn't seem worth my time before this, but...
You are studying this kobold shitting and pissing at the same time as you approach it with the shield against the wall.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
It takes 8 points of damage, but there's more. Then it takes 7 points of damage from the bull rush, as long as 16 is enough on the CMD. Also, since it's against the wall, it gets crushed against the wall, and if it somehow is alive, it will fall prone. But I don't believe it's even going to last that long.
Everyone within Baelthor's staff and those with dark vision will see Will press a kobold against the wall who has already shit and piss himself, and just like a water balloon explode against this wall with blood, viscera, piss, and shit flying everywhere. And everyone is covered who is not Clark or Brother Ripov, who have stayed in the back.
Disgusting.
Okraba has blessed me once again.
Luckily, most of it was blocked by my shield, but it was, I'm sure, quite a burst. So if there's anything left in my turn, I'll just try to wipe some of it off.
So there's only one kobold left, and that kobold is the one that was in the middle of the hallway that has somehow survived all of these group attacks. I would like to say he runs, but he basically feels like he's invincible at this point. And he is all that is kobold, and he will take one mighty swing with his spear against Saltok. Fucking die, bitch.
Probably.
He rolls a 1. It is Brother Ripov's turn.
I admire your skills, little kobold.
So it is Brother Ripov's turn, and you only see darkness ahead of you. You see the silhouette of Clark as he is close to the cave entrance. But other than that, you just see darkness ahead of you. You heard a lot of squishing, a lot of slashing, a lot of biting, but you don't quite know what's happening ahead of you.
Well, Brother Ripov is going to... I can see Baelthor's light ahead. And I know there's a threat to the right somewhere near Brother Saltok, which I'm sure I have full confidence he'll manage. I'll turn, look over my shoulder and say, "You're on your own, kid." And I will...
That's clear.
Well, just in case there was any ambiguity, and I'm going to run towards the light of Baelthor.
You gonna run?
Well, I can't do anything anyways. I guess I can hold action, but...
That's one move right there. Gonna go here?
Yeah, let's do that. No, I'm going to double move. Saltok's got this.
You're just gonna get right near the back, not seeing that kobold in the darkness, and it is Saltok's turn.
I'm gonna 5-foot adjust around just to get a new angle on this thing.
Here?
Gotta change something, yeah.
Yeah, just to help your dice roll out.
Yeah. And a flurry of blows is coming.
Yeah.
I have not rolled above
I'm
a
gonna
6.
guess a 4 and a 7.
Ooh,
A new high.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call.
9 in there.
I'm gonna
Oh,
say.
it might be a
I was gonna
9,
say an
yeah.
8 and a 9, and a 9 will like just miss.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here.
16.
Oh, and that hits.
And then I don't even have my dice prepared anymore. Max damage.
Max damage.
14.
So you've been against this guy basically since the beginning. He's been the Matrix with the bullets, just being like, "Doo, doo, 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 doo," and his eyes widen. And finally, your sword comes dead between his eyes, and his eyes widen as it slits his forehead down to his nose, down to his chin, and his face splits open, and he dies right in front of you.
I do that katana twist thing where it's like, and I it's like shings off the blood.
Yeah.
And back on the back.
And
nobody can see it.
yeah,
in the darkness.
yeah.
He doesn't care. He's quite
And
irreverent.
as he dies, he goes, "I thought I was gonna be a father."
And I look at him and I go, I'm gonna take good care of your egg.
Oh.
That's creepy.
I hope so. But really, you hear this because none of you speak Draconic. I just wanted that for the listeners, who I do appreciate. So all the kobolds that you see are dead. There's light in various areas. You guys can see in various areas. I'm sure you guys all get together. On the ground, there are 9 eggs unhatched. You can add those to your travel rations or do whatever you want with those eggs.
Say we're gonna start a kobold farm.
Maybe.
Just keep them caged up.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can just raise kobolds and do whatever you want with them.
We can raise them to be good.
Ooh. So around the corner with Baelthor's light, you see a throne of bones.
That's what it said in the hieroglyphs. Bone throne.
Yeah. This way.
Skeeter,
Just an orgy for
I think
kobolds.
this might be a place your god might be looking forward to
That kind of
seeing.
bone throne.
There might be some value over there.
Well, that sounds delightful. Let's have a look.
Well, if you want to check the loot before the throne and the throne at the same time, this is all possible.
Brother Saltok, if you wouldn't mind to search the pockets of the filthy beasts.
I'll make my way around to the little buggers.
Baelthor's not sure why we were here. Why would Calistria bring us down here for a throne of bones? There must be something else here.
Or perhaps your god is just wanting to dispose of foul beasts?
Perhaps. Maggie, check the throne in detail.
Okay,
To
so
detect magic here, I think would be a good idea to detect magic.
okay, so we got a lot of things going on. First, we will deal with the loot, as that was mentioned first. You find 6 agates. You find 4 bloodstones. You find 14 quartz, as kobolds like to collect shiny things. You guys find 16 slings and 16 spears. And on the red kobold, you find 2 unbroken alchemical bombs. Besides that, there's not really anything but like shiny metals, pieces of glass, the kobold eggs, and Maggie checks out the throne, and detect magic is cast. And there are 2 specific areas of this detect magic. One is above the throne. So first, Maggie sees approaching the throne that it is a throne made of bone. It's a big chair, and there's a bunch of refuse around it and shiny things that kobolds would have collected. But you guys already took all the stones. There's like pieces of metal, pieces of glass. There's foxtails, raccoon tails, bits of feathers, any parts that they wouldn't want to eat from all the animals they were taking. And Maggie also notices a 12-inch long stone in the shape of a tic tac that shines like a bluish gray. And she's never really seen something like that before. Brother Ripov comes in behind and casts detect magic. Throughout that room, which is a smaller room than the hallway you've been following, it's about 20 feet in diameter and it's circular. And on the ground, Maggie noticed that there's a big circular diagram around the throne with lines pointing to the center of it. In that center, Brother Ripov has detected a source of magic there and has detected magic on the stone itself.
Brother Saltok, if you'd be so kind as to approach the throne and retrieve the stone.
Won't we get that little thing up there?
Indeed, it appears of great importance to the Lord Okraba. We must get it.
Okay.
Is it magical?
It is, well, we'll see.
Roll a bluff check.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would like the sense
sense
motive.
motive.
one.
Yeah, we're gonna get some sense motives at this point on this one.
Natural 20.
Oh.
And 26. Sorry, 24 for mine.
Yeah, mine's only 21.
Well,
Let's say what you rolled.
bluff of 16.
Okay, so Will and Baelthor notice that there's something going up with how
When he stumbled over his words there.
Yeah, with how Brother Ripov explained that was magical at first and then non-magical and kind of stumbled his words. You guys notice something's up with that.
Would you like me to do it instead?
No,
An
that's...
ancient skill. Perhaps you haven't mastered it yet.
I wouldn't wish on any bad magics on me, so maybe, yeah. Let that Longshanks grab it.
Absolutely not. You can trust me, you know.
I don't.
Well, you know, that's a shame.
So Baelthor, you're gonna cast detect magic?
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Also, like, Maggie's the one that's already up there, too, right? Because...
Can she detect?
No. I just mean that Maggie's physically up there versus Brother Saltok, who had been collecting the gems and stuff like that off of the bodies.
Clark comes around the corner. It's, oh my god, that's disgusting. It's a bunch of bones and poop.
So much poop. Baelthor will also move up close enough that his light can illuminate the throne. So he can... I don't know.
You're already basically around the corner anyways, so everyone can see.
Look, I was just trying to protect you guys, okay? I can sense very evil magics coming from that stone atop those bones. And I'm just trying to do the shepherd protects his flock, and that's what I'm doing. So you're welcome.
The reason I asked is we can try and figure out what kind of magic so we don't get blown up. Unless that's something you would like for your brother.
Well, you know, there's trials and tribulations, and they may strike at any time. We can't know what Okraba's will is at any point in time. You know, if it's his time, it's his time. That's what Okraba has decreed. It's not for me to choose.
So as he rambles, you detect magic.
Yeah, so I'm just reading the
wobble.
giant rules for detect magic.
Yeah.
Baelthor detects magic for 3 full rounds.
All right, so you're
Almost
getting
as long as the whole battle.
Right?
Yeah. So the first round, you detect a presence of magical auras. In the second round, you detect that there are 2 different magical auras. One is the Tic Tac 12-inch stone, and one is underneath the throne. In the third round, you notice the strength and location of each aura, which I said on the second round, but we'll just get past that. And they are both very strong. It's a magic you've never detected or felt before.
Interesting. Can I make an Arcana check to try and determine more information?
You can try.
Well, F it up.
Bad. A 12.
At 12. So with a 12, this seems to be some sort of weird, powerful magic that you've never felt before. It's an unknown magic to you.
It's beyond my knowledge.
It's devil magic. That's why I told you. I tried to tell you it's from Beelzebub himself.
Well, with you detecting magic as well, you can take an extra round and take a stab at it yourself if you have Arcana.
I do not.
Okay. All right. I knew he was a fraud. So you know there's a magical aura underneath the throne and on top of the throne.
What did you find over there?
Magical auras. 2 of them, just like he said. But they're powerful. I don't know what they are.
Skeeter only told us of the one magic aura.
Yeah.
Well, what do I look like? I mean, I can only do one thing at a time. I'm looking at the stone. Dig up the throne. I don't know. What are you waiting for?
All right, I can get on that unless it's something that's going to be dangerous for me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, if Maggie's not going to do it, I can get up there.
She'll help, of course.
Yeah, and I'll start going down to. You said it's under.
It's under as well as on top.
Yeah.
The stone is also magic.
Then I'll start going up to the throne to dig underneath it.
So Maggie takes the stone,
Yes.
and Will need a strength check to move the throne if he wants to see what's underneath.
Okay.
I'll help if it looks heavy.
I think I need a hand here. This is a bit beyond my abilities.
So Will goes, "Arr!" tries to move this throne.
Do I roll it with him helping, or how do you want to? Like, how do you want?
Well, you already rolled, so
Okay, so just have him roll it. That's what I'm asking.
so +2 to your roll.
Okay. I guess smashing all them kobolds just took more out of me than I thought.
So with Will in the lead and Saltok kind of pushing his butt, you guys rock the throne up and down, and it just falls back down again.
Maybe your friend there might be giving us a hand.
So with her last legs, she'll help to lift.
Okay, who's the one leading it then?
She can.
Well, it already failed, so she can
That's
start.
fine. So then,
Yeah.
then we'll
Get
aid,
behind
then
and
we'll
just-
aid Maggie
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Did you get behind and just like pull it down?
I failed to aid. I thought I threw this dice away earlier. Damn it.
You did.
Yeah, and I picked it back up again like a fool.
Oh, that's a pretty good roll. I ate it again.
I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 4 on 3 rolls there.
She rolled a 7, which is a total of 10.
Which is a total of 10.
Plus my 8.
And Will slips when trying to push from behind, and Saltok aids with a 12. And you guys just manage to move the throne to the side, revealing a hole that seems to fit the gem that you guys just took off the top of the throne.
Perhaps there is more in here than we thought.
Or maybe your god had a reason to send you down here after all.
They usually do, don't they?
She does.
Oh, well, let's put it in, huh?
All right, Maggie, slide it in.
So Maggie,
Huge claw fingers.
the Cyclops demon with scales, lifts the gem in the air. Clark goes, "Oh, what is that over there?" And he comes inside the door. Brother Ripov, you seeing the shininess, take a couple steps forward, and everyone's in the room. And as Maggie lowers this gem into the slot, the floor tumbles. You guys are in an elevator, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, yeah.
I hate being stuck in elevators.
Curses to these elevators.
Beautiful.
Go team!